Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with Pacific Nut Producer Magazine, reporting to you from the annual American Pistachio Growers Conference in Palm Desert. We've had some great presentations. Growers have enjoyed their time here. We've got Jim Zion here from Meridian Growers to give a legislative update. He provided to the growers today, and here's a little synopsis on what he talked about.
Okay. What we talked about is some of the activities that we're doing at APG. We have created policy papers on immigration, water, labor issues, food safety issues, pesticides, that we use kind of a basis for our consistent messaging to legislatures, whether it's local, state, or federal. We have also just finished a updated economic impact report. It shows the activity and the importance of the California, Arizona, New Mexico pistachio industries to, again, local, state, and federal government. And I think there's some surprise at how much activity there is and how big of an impact it is on the state government. We've also just done a successful defense of our countervailing and anti-dumping duties on Iranian pistachios. APG has decided to go ahead and budget about $100,000 a year as a war chest, because we know at some point it's going to come back up, so we want to be prepared for that. And then most recently, we did hire a legislative director of government affairs, Rob Nash, on board to be our eyes and ears and someone feet on the ground, so to speak, in various places, representing American pistachio growers up and down the food chain when it comes to government. So there's a lot of stuff going on in government today that's affecting our abilities to produce and sell pistachios. We've got multiple trade issues going on. We're watching where we're going on with NAFTA, because for the most part, NAFTA has been very good for the pistachio industry, so we're looking at that with interest. We're looking to see if there's going to be any bilateral trade agreements coming down the pike that we want to be involved with and have our voice in it. On taxation issues, obviously we just went through a round of taxation reform that has been beneficial for agriculture. There's a few little loose ends that need to be cleaned up. On infrastructure, we're looking to see what's going to come to California on the infrastructure side. Obviously, for us in California, water is a big issue, as well as conveyance. I mean, a lot of people don't realize the port situation in California is pretty tenuous, and we'd love to see some improvement in the port side, especially since we export so much. And then getting back on the state side, I don't know where to begin with the issues on the state, but George Soares did a really good job of kind of giving a brief overview. And I know it was a little depressing at times, but I think that the message you want to carry forward is that we're still farming. And as long as you're still farming, I think there's some positive things coming out of that. So, and I think as when Sharon Roden, chairman, pointed out that she was doing this for her family, I think that resonates not only with the audience here, but that'll resonate with the public and legislatures that this is family. That a lot of what we do here is for our families and our neighbors' families, our workers' families. I think that's the positive message, that if we could just reinforce that we're doing this for families. It's awful hard to say we don't like families. I've yet to find anybody that says they want to vote against families. So I think those are some of the messages we come in, and the fact that we do that collectively is a benefit.
Well, thank you, Jim. Thanks for the update. Sometimes we want to close our eyes and just hope for the best, that everything is going to work out as far as legislative and regulatory affairs, but it's something we do need to be aware of and do all that we can to be involved. And we're grateful for American pistachio growers for having this infrastructure in place to let our voices be heard. And the message about families, that's where we can be as growers and remind people that we are families, we are people, we are farmers, and this is what we're about. Read more about it in Pacific Nut Producer Magazine, and be sure to thank our sponsor, Jordy Nursery, for supporting the industry through these videos. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.